Boeing's future in commercial aviation is very much in doubt, especially in the fastest growing markets in the world. COMAC will take over most of the new markets in these fast growing areas. And going forward, the market share for Chinese airlines and for China's plane maker will grow while shrinking for Boeing and for Airbus. Fortunately for Boeing, the company also makes a lot of money building planes for the Pentagon. Unfortunately for Boeing, they need raw materials and electronics and components from China to build those planes for the Pentagon. And China is cutting those off. Dual use is technology that has applications in both civilian and military sectors, and anything dual use that goes through China is basically dead. The dual use export bans of rare earth metals and magnets and components are an existential threat to military aerospace contractors. Exports of magnets that are necessary for the manufacturing of drones and cars have been stopped at China's ports. These are also the magnets needed by weapons makers who build robots, missiles, and spacecraft. Boeing then, along with some others that were specifically singled out by China. China produces basically all, may as well say, of the heavy rare earth metals in the world and 90% of the world's rare earth magnets, which are much more powerful. Japan and Germany make up most of the remaining 10%, but then we run into China again. These magnets are insignificant, just a tiny share of China's overall exports, minimal economic pain in China, with big effects everywhere else. Boeing has a lot of problems, and Boeing is losing a lot of money. Fatal crashes, safety, legal and financial troubles, big problems for Boeing in space and in defense, in addition to everything happening in their commercial jets division. Congress and the Pentagon realize that our defense systems are highly dependent on Boeing, and in turn, though, Boeing is highly dependent on China. Boeing is the fourth largest Pentagon contractor at over $20 billion a year. And for every single thing on this list, Boeing is dependent on China to get the parts and the materials they need. And China's just cut them off. Most recently, Boeing won the contract for the F-47 fighter jet, the next generation air dominance future fighter jet. It has state-of-the-art stealth technology. There is nothing close to it in terms of speed, maneuverability, payload being missiles and bombs. America's enemies will never see it coming. That part is true. Nobody will see this coming because it's not coming. This plane will never be built.